Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Medicare Space Live Show. Why do I sound echoey? Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How's everybody doing this morning? Thank you so much for joining the Medicare Space Live Show. We are back in business. Why am I getting
a lot of clutter up here? I hate clutter.
How's everybody doing today? My name is Victoria Cabrera. Welcome to the Medicare Space Live Show. Today it's just me and Sylvia in the house. What's going on, Sylvia? Who do I have to the right of me by chance?
Sylvia Toscano here. Good morning, San Antonio.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I was rushing.
So what happened? You had a little flat tire or what's going on?
Well, my light came on and it said that my tire was only at 25. But I pulled over and it looked normal, but it looked a little low. So then I went down Culebra and of course I got hit by the train. And then they just put air in it.
Oh yeah. So you're good to go now.
So I'm good to go. I lost the lock to my wheels. When the guy did my brakes the last time, he said he put it back in my car, but I couldn't find it. So a couple of months ago when I had a flat, they had to break the lock.
Oh, okay.
I went to Firestone and they had to break it. So now I have to go back to the dealer and they need to give me a whole new set of locks to the car.
Man,
$1,000, I'm sure.
Hey, Anna, how are you doing, ma'am? Miss Anna in the house, our fit guru, our health expert. So you're gonna ride another 25,000 miles. You girls are so cool. You're too cool for school. You're too cool for school. You're gonna ride another 25,000 miles now on a flat tire.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, when's the last time you put air in your tire?
Well, it tells me when I need air. So every time it tells me, I go put air.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're better than most of us. You're better than most of us.
Because I drive a lot, I'm terrified of having a blowout. I've never had one, but I've heard stories about people having blowouts in the car. I've had flat tires, but not an actual blowout. So every time it shows me that it's low, I panic. I always go down. There's a little place down the street from where I live. And today I passed it, so I had to go to another one. But I'm real good about my tires.
Yeah, well, she rides a lot.
And I ride a lot.
Get your motor running.
Last week I filled my car 3 times.
Really?
3 times.
Oh, just in gas.
And gas, because I was driving. My brother filled it up on Saturday. And by the end of the week, I had already filled it up 3 times because I'm doing a little project that I'm doing. And so I'm driving all over town from one end to the other end. And so it's like, thank God it's going down a little bit. Not much, but.
Yeah, well, no, we've already just gotten used to the $3 or $4 price tag. So it's like, oh.
Like $6 eggs.
Yeah, I know. Everything's going up. Let us know if you guys are experiencing and where you live. We live in Texas, but let us know if you're experiencing high increases in gas still and everything above.
Yeah.
Before you can buy eggs, meats, basic ground beef, things like that were pretty inexpensive. Now those seem to be the most expensive things. I know our seniors are like, man, I used to buy ground beef and now I can't even buy it. It's so expensive.
It's crazy. What I don't understand is that the gas has gone down already. Why haven't the products at the grocery store gone down? Because the gas apparently is going down for the truckers. So I'm wondering if they're just going to keep it at the regular price. We're just going to have to get used to paying so much.
We're all going to get skinny.
Yeah, we are.
Or fatter because we're going to eat processed foods.
I used to spend $100 a week on groceries, and just me. And my brother moved in, and I'm really not buying more, but now I'm spending close to $200 a week on groceries.
Holy crap. And then that's not including the drinks.
That's not including going to Trader Joe's for my wine. Going to the wine.
That's a different expense.
That's a different expense, and my cheese. So it's insane. It's so expensive. I feel bad for my clients, and now a lot of them that were getting help with their food stamps during the COVID, they're getting letters saying they're being dropped down. So they're being dropped, some of them 50, 60. That's, I
Mhm.
mean, to them, $50 is a lot on groceries.
Mhm.
You know, it really affects them.
Yeah.
So, and they're not going to get it back. I was at the senior center yesterday and I had a couple of people go by. They're like, is there any way that we can get that money back? It's like, no, they're dropping everybody. So it's sad. I feel bad for my seniors.
So are you running a lot are you running to a lot of individuals lately that are losing their Medicaid status?
Unfortunately, yes, because what happened is they got a raise. They got some of them got a pretty decent raise, and it brought them over the amount. And even if it was $20 more over the amount, they're getting denied. And so I've been out there just letting them know that if they get denied, and there's certain plans that they have Medicaid, and if they get denied from the Medicaid, it's going to affect their insurance. And so they'll get letters from the insurance carrier telling them, hey, you need to move plans. But they get so much stuff in the mail. They're bombarded. I mean, literally so much junk in the mail that a lot of them don't open it. A lot of them still haven't gotten their insurance card from 2023. Only because they're like, I get so much junk. I probably have it there, but I just haven't opened it. I'm like, you got to go, you open it.
Well, on top of that too, is that there's quite a bit. There's millions of people losing their Medicaid status across because of during COVID, they kind of extended it where you didn't really have to reapply. Now you're having to reapply. And a lot of people, like you said, are missing it through the mail. They're not going to get and somebody knocking on their door saying, hey, by the way, you're losing your Medicaid. Let's get you signed up again. At least not anybody that's official, right? You might get some scammers out there.
Yes.
But yeah, so there's a ton of people, not just people on Medicare, but people across the board. So if you're listening or know somebody that is on Medicaid, you may want to have them make sure they're keeping up with their paperwork, make sure they're keeping up with their mail, make sure they're reapplying. If they feel that they still qualify for Medicaid, because there are a lot of people losing that Medicaid status. We've already had quite a bit of people call us that they're like, I got this letter, what do I do? And we're just helping them reapply for that stuff. We help people that are on Medicare apply. Unfortunately, with people that are not, we just, of course, refer you to depending on the state you're in, we refer you to the local Medicaid office. But don't let it just go behind without doing it, because believe it or not, I mean, like Sylvia said, it affects your insurance, so that was a big thing this year.
It is. Another thing is that I have a couple of clients moving from other states where they had Medicaid. And now they're assuming that, okay, now I'm moving to Texas, I'm taking my Medicare and I'm taking my Medicaid with me. And so it's not, they have to reapply, which means that for those, this is what's happening is that I had one client move from Minnesota and they were paying her premium. Well, they continue paying her premium.
But until the transition,
Well, then once they found out, then they took that money back from her check. So here's Minnesota taking the money over there. And then we have to apply over here, but it's going to take 3 months, 2 or 3 months. I've done applications. The first one of them was January the 5th. And we called them yesterday and it's still pending.
Wow.
So there's all these applications that I've done, and I've been calling the 211 and they're like, yes, we have it. We're working on it. I don't know. They're just so overwhelmed with, being all these denial letters are sending and just the routine of work that, it's already been 3 months.
Yeah. I mean, and then another thing, I mean, that's a great point. I actually had this happen a while back to a client. The daughter was taking care of her. She was in kind of like a assisted living facility, but because she was like, was like MQMB status. So she was getting all these benefits. Everything was zero. Well, then a few months later, she didn't tell me she moved her with her. So the daughter moved from here to another state up north, and the income is different. So it's not because it's state specific, right? So I was like, why? I mean, I'm trying to think why she would lose that. Well, then she says, well, we live in the state. I said, ooh, it's state specific. So
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, they told me that she has to make under this amount. I said, oh yeah, then she makes over to qualify for everything that she was getting. So then she was like, well, man, then it would have been better for her to stay put.
Yeah.
So it's like a rock and a hard place because she wants the mom to be up there with her, but then she's now having to pay all the medical bills out of pocket versus when she was living here, not with her. All of her medical expenses were taken care of, but then it's kind of like that. It kind of really sucks.
Yeah. I had a client moving to Washington, and he doesn't have any family or kids, but he was going to go move up there with a nephew.
Mm-hmm.
And so then he called me and he's like, I want to move, what I do with the insurance, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, we need to check first if you're going to be able to qualify for Medicaid up there. And he didn't.
Yeah.
So every state is different. People don't realize that. So he ended up staying here.
That really sucks because you're trying to like make a better life or go do something. And then it's like, that's holding you back. Right?
Exactly.
And it's funny because the younger people are like, oh, they don't think about insurance. But when you're a little older, that's kind of a main priority because you're in the doctor more. You're, having to make sure that medication. So I'm 40. Okay.
I'm not going to tell you
and now I'm like, okay, I'm finally to the point where, man, now you're making me go.
I know. And I didn't even have peanuts. Peanuts do that.
What did you have?
Nothing. A banana.
Maybe you're allergic to bananas.
I hate them. I love bananas.
Maybe you're allergic.
I need organic bananas, but they taste different.
Yeah, they probably have less sugar.
I like that sugar.
She likes that sugar. Speaking of health, right? We need to. So Anna's cracking up over there. So I'm trying to make a decision to change my health around because I'm hitting 40 next month. My 40th birthday over the hill. Oh my goodness.
All right. Party.
No, not party. Get healthy. And so now I'm at this point where in my 20s and early 30s, I mean, obviously I still want to look hot and good, but in my 20s, that was the priority, is looking hot, like getting, and then now it's like, no, I just don't want to get diabetes and I don't want to get this. It's like a different kind of like
health.
It's a different kind of situation. So I hired a health coach and, I'm super excited about that because, I was telling him, I was like, when you're like an owner or leader of an organization and you're helping people with their business and like you're managing staff and stuff like that, you're holding all these people accountable, right? Like people are coming to you for questions and like guidance. And even though I have like mentors, I don't have somebody holding me accountable every single day. And that's I get away with things, right? Oh, I could have this cookie. I could have this cake. I could have this. It's kind of like me, like with you. It's like, hey, what are you doing? How's it going? What's going on? It's like, like crap, I'm going to, but for me, it's like, I need somebody to hold me accountable because I don't have that every single day.
Right.
I mean, I have my friends that we toss ideas but we're not going to be like, get out there and do it. And like, how are you doing? How was your eating? What did you do this weekend? And all this stuff. Emily says cake and eat it too.
Yeah. And you're right. I was listening to a motivational speaker last week, and that's what he was talking about, that we don't hold ourselves accountable or we're just so busy. And he said, nobody's going to come knocking on your door and tell you, did you get up early? Mm-hmm. No one's going to come knocking at your door telling you, you ate that whole cake last night, which I did. No one's going to be there. We're adults. We have to take responsibility for our own finances and for our own health. And sometimes our health kind of, it goes through the cracks, we just don't.
Yeah. So, and I was telling the guy, his name is JT, but I was telling him, I was like, I cannot continue on this path because I'm already at my worst. Like this is, and the funny thing is I was telling Carmenza last night, I said, or I don't know if I was telling her last night or the night before, I said, I'm already energetic. Like I'm already like amped. I'm already ambitious. I'm already like, let's get it. Let's hit it hard. I can't imagine. It's probably going to be really annoying. People are going to be really annoyed at me. I can't imagine when I'm at my optimal health, in my optimal mental and my optimal clarity. And then that's just going to take it to a whole nother level. And I think people are going to get really annoyed of me even more. Like, oh my God. And because get this, I'm a visionary. I don't know if y'all know this. I'm a visionary. So I want to do all these things. Adriana, my office manager, she's the implementer. She's like, okay, wait a minute, hold up. How are we going to do it? What are we going to do? What's it going to cost? Like, and I'm like, I'm not thinking about that. Let's just do this, and then we'll figure out logistics later.
And I'm the one telling her, just do it.
And then Sylvia's my cheering person. She's like, yeah.
We're going to do it. I don't think about money.
Yeah.
So Adriana's the money. She's the one that know how much is it going to cost? What is it going to put us back?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Or she'll ask you, well, do you think that is a good use of your time?
Like, yes.
Yeah, for sure. How are you guys doing this morning? We're so happy to be back. I know we took a little break. You know, we do run a business as well, so we have to make sure that things are running efficiently. We're kind of there's really never a slow time for us, to be quite honest. So me and Sylvia are really trying to make a point to come back and still bring some value to our people out there. As you guys know, we talk a little bit of insurance and a lot of everything else. We always want to try to bring updates and topics related to insurance. Happy Friday, Anna. I don't know if Emily's still there. I know she's traveling and stuff, but anybody else that's listening, drop a comment there. Let us know that you're listening, where you're from, who you are. If you haven't already clicked the button to let us know. We're so happy to be back. We're going to be trying to do this every Friday. Probably the only times we're not going to do it is when we're actually out of town. But we're really going to try to make it a point. And actually, I was just talking to a few individuals. We're actually going to be bringing more people on the show,
nice.
Medical groups, different people from different industries to help bring more value. Last year was kind of just people, hearing us. And although I think we're very funny.
How can they not like us?
I know people love us, but
we're adorable.
But we got to bring other people on. So,
more interesting
than us. And if you want to be on the show, or if you are a leader in the community and that, you provide a value or a service to our community, you can be right there. And actually, Adriana, this is how awesome Adriana is. Okay, let me tell you. She's obviously a host on the show, right? But she's like, Victoria, I'm not gonna be able to make the show. I said, okay. She's like, I got back-to-back appointments, 9:30, 10, 10:30, 11. I'm like, okay, you do you don't have to be here, So I was like, you can come. But she takes her work to help our clients very serious. So if you're working with Adriana on insurance stuff, or she's helping you enroll into Medicare or whatever it is, you and then I know Desiree's over here. So you guys are really lucky to have our team, because they put their priorities first and they're like, yes, I got to get this done. So she's out there. So that's why she's missing today, just in FYI. She's going to try to make the show, of course, but when she has appointments, that comes first, right?
If you get real quiet, you can hear.
Yeah, if you get real quiet, you can hear.
You hear?
No, because this is kind of like some... Anna, she's coming from Massachusetts. Love the energy. Yes. Anna's like an energy ball, right?
She is. My God.
You got to meet her, obviously, in Florida. What did you think of Anna?
She's awesome. She's awesome. And she's beautiful.
Yeah.
And she works out all the time. She was telling us about her workout routine. I mean, she's workaholic. She knows her stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, she was saying we were in Orlando. We went to it's called the Win Club.
Club Win.
Same thing.
Forgive Sylvia. She reverses. She makes things
I'm
up.
dyslexic. People don't understand that. But I met some amazing women. Victoria knew the majority of them. But these women were incredible. I've been in the restaurant business for years and years. I managed up and down the Riverwalk, and I hate to say it, but I really didn't work with a lot of women. They're kind of catty. They're kind of jealous. They don't help out. I mean, unfortunately, that's the way it is. And as a manager, I saw that a lot working with other women. And when I started with the insurance company, I approached several other agents and asked them if they could train me. And they said no. One of them said yes. And by the end of the event said, no, I'm not going to train you, because if I train you, then you're going to take my clients. And I thought, okay, so I learned on my own, which was great. I called the the carriers if I had any questions. But these women that I met, not only was it one or two, but there were 70 women there, and every single woman that was there was willing to help you and ask you questions and just be there. What do you need? How can you grow? How can I make you grow with your business? What are you afraid of? It was unbelievable to meet these incredible, hardworking women that have exceeded I'm sure their own expectation, in the insurance business. And I just was blessed to be there.
It was amazing. And Rebecca Davis, Medicare Wonder Woman, puts on a great event. And it's, I see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. And let me tell you, let me state it, I will never put on an event like that. My stress level would be to the max. Anna says, I'm possible. Yes, I loved that. I love that. The little button and everything. Yes, you have to come over to Texas so you can do your little thing, the little thing that you did with us, where you make us squat like a football player and look really silly.
Right. I forgot. I'm still sore, Anna.
I'm possible. Yes. It was a wonderful event. We always come back so amped up from event, not so much all events, because some events are just like, wow, but that was more of a retreat, right? Like it was in a close quarters. You meet the women personally. You get to know each other really, really well because you're eating, you're drinking, you're learning, all that stuff together. So we loved it. So if you're listening out there and you're not in insurance, you're like, what the heck are these girls talking about? Why are they talking about this Club Win stuff? If you're in an industry or you're just an individual seeking help, find your people that are going to build you up, that are going to lift you up, and not just in the business sense, in the personal sense. If you have friends that are bringing you down, find different friends. It's that easy. People are like, oh, my friends suck, and they're always bringing me. It's like, oh yeah, you know what the solution is? What? Tell me. Get rid of those friends and find new ones. It's really that easy, but it's hard.
And if you don't have friends that are building you up, then you be the one, you be the friend to start building them up and encouraging them. And if they're still, not wanting to be encouraged and they're still complaining, then find new friends. But be that person that takes the lead. Somebody has to take the lead in every job.
Yeah, that's
it doesn't matter what it is. And if there's no one, then pick up the baton and run with it.
I love it. Yeah, Sylvia's a little bit nicer than me. She's like, you know what? To maybe just don't leave those friends. Maybe be the one, and that is totally right. But sometimes, when you are the one and you feel like you're carrying all the weight and there's no value being added anymore from your circle, you don't have to cut people off like right away. And even it doesn't matter what age. This goes for seniors too,
and family members.
You can separate yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
I heard this technique, or it's I think it was Boudreaux's, forget his Killian. It's where he said edit relationships. He edits relationships, and so that always stuck with me. And the way you can edit a relationship is simply stepping away for a little bit, or maybe not answering the call every single time they call, or maybe if they're texting and they're needy and like you're so used to texting right away. Just maybe ease up on not texting back right away. Right. And then that's how you can relieve some stress. Because remember, if you don't take care of yourself, you're no good to other people, because you need to be we all are going to go down a road of obstacles and setbacks. And I mean, it happens more than we like, right? But there are ways, set boundaries. Yes, ma'am. Set boundaries to set boundaries. But you have to be, if you're stressed and high anxiety all the time, then that's going to bleed into your family. So yesterday, oh my God, we were I don't even know if I told you.
Mm-mm.
So we have a new puppy. He's about 7 months old. Beautiful. I love him. He's our little boy. But the dynamic now in the family is really high stress and anxiety. Because we get home and it's like really, really high anxiety, really high stress. And actually, I'm going to give you the number. So we were like, you know what? We need to hire somebody because clearly we're doing something wrong, right? And so we hired a guy, and he lives right by us, and he specializes in animal behavioral, but he's a trainer. And we already had a bad situation with the trainer once. I was like, this is okay. Let's see what this is all about. I promise you, within the 30 minutes that he was there, it was like life changing.
For
I was
Tommy,
like,
for both?
For both.
Really?
In the 3 years that we've lived with our next to our neighbors, our Mila is like, and you cannot tell her to stop. And of course, our bad. We think we're good at training. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Sylvia. Happy Friday. She says, thank you for coming on and joining us. So we hired this trainer, and oh my God, me and Carmen's were like, whatever it takes. I don't care. We'll pay. Like, I don't care. Whatever.
I need him.
You need him
for Lulu.
It was like, oh my God. And we're going to kind of share our experience because it's over there's 8 or 12 sessions.
Okay.
And it was really not that expensive at all. Like we thought it was going to be way more. And in fact, I'm probably going to tell him to charge a little bit more because I'm just like, oh my God.
So what did he do to start out with?
Well, he was telling us how to read the animal's behavior.
Okay.
And that he told us right away that Mila's high anxiety. And he could tell by the way she's like, and he says that's not good for her because it takes years off their life when the dog, it's like humans, like when they're stressed out, high anxiety. And so it was wonderful. So but the boundaries things, even with your dogs, you have to set boundaries.
Yeah.
You have to. So like for seniors out there that have pets or people, everybody has a pet, and maybe you're like, oh my God, I love my dog and I don't know what to do. Then there's a solution out there. But we are so, like I was talking to Carmen, I was like, thank you, Jesus, because this was a godsend because we were stressed out. I've been stressed out. I'm already a not stressed, but like, owning a business, having staff, having people, it's stressful. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's a stress, right? But I love it. So when you go home, you want to go home to a nice, peaceful, calm environment, right? And yeah. Oh, Mila. Yes. That's my BFF that I haven't seen in like 10 years. She's gonna be, it's your fault. And so with Mila, because she's used to being by herself, and it's not Tommy. It's like, he just wants to play, right?
He's a puppy.
But he automatically said he's learning these behaviors of defensive. So he might look aggressive to other people, but he's not. He's like just defensive. He's timid. And so he's showing us how to read these things. And he's showing us like, okay, and I really loved it. And I can't explain everything because obviously I suck at regurgitating information back. I consume it and I don't know how to throw it back out there. I'm more of a visual teacher and learner. And so me and Carmenza were like almost in tears because it's been a little stressful. It's been so to the point where we were like, she'll be inside with Mila and I'm like, I'm going to go outside with Tommy. And so like when we get home, we have dinner together for 30 minutes and we're out. Like then we're
separating them.
So me and her, like, what the heck? We haven't spent time together. La, la, la. So it's like,
so did he help her? Did he help her stop barking? You see, yes. That's my biggest issue.
Oh my God.
Is the barking, because my next door neighbor has a German Shepherd and he barks all the time.
Yes.
So he starts barking, then Will starts barking, and then Lulu starts barking.
I'm going to send you him. I'm going to send you.
So it's noise all the time. And then Lulu got out yesterday again. She's been getting out the last 3 days, and we have boards, the fans. I mean, we don't know what to do.
You're gonna thank me when I introduce you to this guy. I promise you. Like, I'll send you the information.
Okay.
I was like, yesterday, it was just like I felt this. Because we like to travel. So we don't want to leave our dogs and then they cause a ruckus. They're like the bad kids.
I'm sorry, you need to come pick up your dogs.
You're like, Miss Cabrera, Tommy's biting the kids. Like, I don't want to be that parent, And the crazy thing is 3 years, guys, my dog has been barking at her neighbor. Yesterday, she barked twice and we did the recall and all that. And he was like, oh my God. Mila, like he was like, whoa.
I need to do that. I need to talk to him because and then with 2 dogs, but it's the other dog. It's not the other dog's fault. It's my dog's fault too. But they hear a dog barking and of course they're going to bark.
Yep.
And so it's like this endless barking at my house. Anytime I told you about the mailman, right? They were leaving my mail because they were afraid. I got a new mailman and the old one loved Will and Lulu. Well, we got a new mailman and I started noticing I'm not getting any mail.
What's that song?
What is
What's that? The Postman song? What's that Postman song?
Mr. Postman, sing me a song.
No, wrong
That's a no
song.
one. That's a Postman
No,
song.
that's not it.
Which
La,
one?
la, 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 la. What song is it? It's like, anyway,
Mine is an old song. I remember my aunt singing it. That's why it's a super.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Y'all can hear the tone, the different.
No, I had no idea what you're singing.
We're gonna have play that tune song.
Play that tune. So then I get a letter saying they can't leave me my mail because of my dogs, and I'm thinking, what's wrong with Will? He's a pit bull. So a lot of times people assume that they're vicious and they're scared of him. I walk him around Woodlawn and people see a pit bull and they're like, oh my God, he's so timid and so nice. But people have this projection of dogs that they're just mean. So I get this letter from the mailman and then I have a little argument with the mailman because I'm just thinking, okay, you can drop my mail here, right? But you left me a letter here saying you can't drop my mail.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Explain to me how you can leave. He left me 3 letters.
That was his nice way of saying, get your dogs in order. Like, that's his nice way of saying, like, he's punishing you, Sylvia. He's saying his interpretation is, I'm not going to leave your mail because your dogs need to calm down. So it's not that he doesn't want to leave the mail. He's punishing you. Yes. And teaching you need to get your dogs in control. So we're going to get your dogs in control together. Yes. We're all going to.
So he got there one day and my brother was there because my brother's a nice one. And he talked to the mailman and he met Will and Lulu. And so now he takes him treats. And so now I'm getting my mail.
Who in here, for those of you that are watching, who has been having issues with their dogs? Just let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. Raise your hand, put a thumbs up, let us know. Yes. And as you guys know, our show, what do? We talk about
a little bit about, I don't know what we do anymore.
You lost it.
We talk a little bit about insurance.
Jesus.
Okay.
She's been out of the game for 6 months and she forgot already.
What do we do here?
We talk a little bit of insurance.
Insurance and a lot of nonsense.
Jesus.
And a lot of everything else.
My goodness. My goodness.
We talk about insurance.
No, it's already over. You missed it. You missed it.
Can you rewind it?
We talk a little bit of insurance and a lot of everything else.
There you go.
All right, Anna, see you. Yeah, well, we appreciate you for joining in. Like I said, we talk a little bit of insurance and a lot of everything else. We don't really, insurance is kind of boring. We talked a little bit about the Medicaid. We talked a little bit about making sure you reapply, but we just like to talk life stuff in general, because it applies to everybody. And hopefully somebody, if we can get a laugh, if we can get a little cry, if we can get a little thumbs up, those are all fun too. And we're excited because where are we going in a month?
Vegas, baby.
We're going to Vegas, baby. And what are we going to do in Vegas?
We're going to work. We're going to Medicare Con.
Yeah.
And it really is. We went to Orlando and my brother, I came back. He's like, did y'all party? I'm sure you did. I go, no, we worked. I was there 3 days and from 7:30 in the morning till 8-9 o'clock at night, we were working, networking. We had speakers, so we actually do work.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing when we go to Vegas. We are going to be meeting some great speakers and Victoria. Nope. Victoria and I are going. Adriana's going.
Huh?
Adriana's going with us, and
no. So it's just gonna be me, you, Desiree, and Adriana.
Okay. Yeah. The 4 of us are going.
Hey, Betsy. How are you doing? Happy Friday. So we're excited about Vegas. I love Medicare Con just because I've made so many friends there. And because obviously I'm in the Medicare business. So I always learn something that helps me scale my business. So, and I love Justin and his team and obviously all my friends that are going to be there. And it's just, Andrea will be there. See you there, Andrea. My sister's name is Andrea, and I know Andrea likes to be called Andrea, right, Andrea? So I call my sister Andrea, and I call her, Andrea.
I get them mixed up anytime.
If it was Andrea, she'd be like, whatever, call me whatever. I don't care. Because she's just a nice person like that. But we're going to be out there. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to be learning. We're going to be putting our numbers on 29, right on roulette. I'm going to be teaching some people how to play roulette and lose their money, and then we're going to win it back, right?
Yes, exactly. Double zero. That's my number.
That's her number. How much did you win last time on double zero? Like 1,800?
19.
She won $1,900. I almost, get this, guys, I almost won $450,000 by this much. It was when you guys walked away, and I was like, because I'm not a slot person, so I put my money in, and it was going, and the girl next to me is like, oh my God, you got Wheel of Fortune. I'm like, what does that mean? And she's like, oh my God, you got 4 Wheel of Fortunes, and then you're going to get a chance at the grand prize. And it's like, and it was like, she's like, you almost won $450,000. I'm like, well, that sucks, because it was like a hair away. And I didn't know. I was like, so it would have been like, ignorance is bliss, and then I was pissed off. I was like, I almost won $450,000 and I didn't even know.
Yeah, we were in Vegas during Super Bowl, and we saw 2 people winning $10,000. They came and they gave him a stack of money, and he was just sitting there playing and played. He was right next to one of my friends that we went with, and he was there for like an hour. Then all of a sudden, ding, 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 $10,000.
Nice. So who's going to be the lucky winner at Medicare Con? I will make this guarantee. If you buy a Medicare Con ticket, I will see you there. No,
that
seriously.
is a promise.
So, but if you come out to Medicare Con, come say hi to me.
We'll buy you a drink.
You know what people tell me? It's so weird, because people tell me, I was going to come say hi to you. I'm like, well, why didn't you? Because you look very intimidating. I'm like, do I really have that bit, the B face? The BITCH face?
Do I have to answer in front of all these people?
Okay,
no, you don't.
There's 3 things, guys. If you come up to me and I look like I'm like in this weird face zone, it's number 1. I'm really trying hard to focus, because I have bad bad attention deficit. Like, I can't focus really, really well. Like, I'm just distracted really easy. They know it. They're used to it. So that's number 1. So whoever I'm talking to, I'm really trying to focus. Okay. Number 2, I can't see because there's something in my contact. So I'm like squinting. And then number 3, I don't know what number 3 would be. Maybe we had a little too much.
Maybe she is a grouch. No, maybe. She's not. But when we were at our last event, you were approached by a lot of people, and I don't see you unapproachable.
Well, but I've gotten people that told me that before they met me, and they meet me and they see that I'm a big goofball, and
you're adorable.
I'm a fun person.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm fun. But there's some people that think like, oh, she's
maybe they're the ones that feel intimidated by coming up to you.
Long story short, come to me. Hey, come say hi to me. We'll have probably not too much drinks, because I'm going to be a limited number of drinks that trip, just because I'm probably going to be in the middle of my working out and doing all that. But I will hang out with you or say hi at the very least and chit chat with you. I'd love to for you to come up. If you're not going, I didn't know this was going to be a commercial for Medicare Con.
I know, right?
I promise I don't get paid by them to promote their event. It literally is just, I love to go there, and I've met a lot of people, and I've been to the first one, and I've been to all of them, and I continue to plan to go. And so that I just,
it's so enriching. I mean, when I went to the one last year, and I came back and I implemented a couple of things. My cigarettes that I love.
That was Medicare Misty.
That was Medicare Misty. And then this trip that we went to Orlando.
You had a new daughter you didn't know of?
That's
Melissa?
right. I had a new daughter, Melissa. I saw her. I gave her away at one time. They thought she was my daughter, so now she's my daughter. But just going to Orlando this last week, I've already implemented a couple of ideas.
She has. Sylvia, she's a true, she learns. She's a perfect example of when she goes to these things, she learns the one thing and she brings that thing back and implements it like the next day. So Sylvia's awesome with that stuff.
So, I mean, for people that think, oh, what are we going to learn? I already know everything about Medicare. No, you don't. I didn't. I mean, and yes, maybe we know the regular, how Medicare works, but there's so many ideas out there and just so many people networking that is just so amazing. I think everyone who's an insurance agent at one point in their life needs to go to the Medicare Con because it's amazing. And the speakers there are amazing. And, they're not untouchable. They're out there talking, but when you see them in the hallway, they'll stop. You can stop them and say hi to them and introduce yourself, and ask them a question, and they'll ask you a question. It's really amazing to go there.
Yes, it is really fun. It's really, really fun. We love it. And so I hope you guys, we love Fridays. I love Fridays.
I love Fridays.
And I get pumped up because this is 5 shots in here, guys. If y'all want to know what kind of coffee I drink,
5 shots.
Oh yeah, 5 shots. It's a shaken espresso with 5 shots and no syrup because I don't like sugar in the drink. And then it's just almond milk. I switched from oat milk to almond milk because apparently almond milk is really bad for you. And I didn't drink. I mean,
a lot of sugar.
Oat milk, and I'm like, crap! But here I thought I was doing good, so I switched to almond milk, and I definitely taste the strength in the coffee even more without all the carbs and the sugar in there. So, but I'm so excited. We have a lot. I'll be in California this weekend.
That's right. When do you leave?
We leave. I won't say when I'm leaving. I'm just joking. Saturday. We leave Saturday. I should probably not set that, but just because it's probably not a good idea to say when you're going out of town.
I'm going to go babysit her house.
She's going to be at my house. So.
I'll be at her house.
Yeah.
Hopefully the weather will be nice because she's got a beautiful pool. Well, and it's heated, so
it looks like a swamp. So.
Oh, I'll clean it.
Please do.
I've had pools before, so I know how to clean it and do all the work.
Yeah, you could go in whenever you want, anytime you want.
So I'll be there this weekend.
And the funny thing is thank God the heater works because we hadn't used it. Well, this last Thanksgiving, my poor babies. I feel so bad. My nieces and nephews. I invited my family for Thanksgiving, and I was like, "Come on, guys." Well, that weekend it was raining and it was really cold. And so we ruined our plans to get in the pool. I was like, you know what? No. So I turned on the heater and one night they get in the pool. Well, that heater was hot. It was like a jacuzzi hot type. And they're like, Aunt Victoria, it's a little hot. I said, well, you guys wanted the heat and you guys want it. And but then I see them and they look like red tomatoes. I said, okay, it's probably time to get out.
Was there steam coming up?
Yeah. They looked red. They looked really, really red. So, but it was a really fun time. It was fun. So yes, you're welcome to go whenever you would like. Whenever you would like. What are you guys going to be doing this weekend? Let us know in the comments what you're going to be up to. We always love seeing what our friends are up to all around the nation. We got people from Colorado. We got people from Massachusetts. We got people from Austin. We got people from Texas. I don't even know who else is watching, but I know that you guys are in the house. Let us know where you're watching from. We got people in Corpus, Houston. We got people from everywhere. We got people from everywhere watching. Webinar practice run. Nice.
Nice.
So great. Yes, get it done, Andrea, and don't overthink it because you're gonna probably fix it 3 other times after, but get it out there. That's the most important thing. It's just get it out there. So what are you going to be doing this weekend?
There is a martini event at the Whitney Museum. They give us some tickets.
How come I always miss out on? You always want to do good stuff when I'm gone. What the heck?
But I bought my tickets for the paella.
Oh.
Did you buy them?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you guys are in San Antonio, this is a tradition that me and Carmenza have been doing since we've met, because that's how we kind of met. We didn't meet. That was like our first date. Is the Paella Fest, and that's where I proposed. And so we make it a tradition that we go every year to the San Antonio Paella Fest, which is on what day?
I believe it's the 26th, 23rd.
It's like the third
week. End of the month, the third week, third Sunday of the month.
Yeah. So we'll be out there. So if you guys are out there, it's pretty cool. It's basically unlimited paella from all the restaurants all over San Antonio, all the high schools that have culinary classes and things like that. So it's really, really fun. We love it. This is our little bit of insurance. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of insurance. If you are on Medicaid, make sure you reapply for the Medicaid. If you have customers on Medicaid, make sure you warn them and let them know to keep an eye out for those letters. If you have seniors on Medicaid, let them know they need to reapply. Do not ignore the letters that is going to be our insurance talk.
That's it. No more.
Because it will affect your insurance. It will affect you seeing your doctors. It will affect your medications that you get. So make sure that you are looking into that, regardless of what age. There's millions of people losing their Medicaid. It's been all over the news. It's been all over the forums. So make sure, if you do not have an advocate, you can call us up. We can help guide you to the right place, regardless of what state you're in. So make sure, Sylvia, if you're in San Antonio, Sylvia's number is 210-878-9534.
There you go.
See, I've memorized her number and she doesn't know mine.
No, I don't.
Yeah, she doesn't. It's all right. I don't really answer my phone anyway, right? So make sure that you call her if you're in San Antonio or the surrounding county. She will help you with that. But if you just have questions, you can call us at 866-717-8683. That is going to be something that you guys please take care of, because the last thing we want is a call from you saying, I have all these medical bills and I don't know what happened. So you can't say that we didn't tell you, because we're telling you right now to get that done. Okay.
And it's a big, it affects them.
There was like 18 million people nationwide expected to have to, that we're going to lose the Medicaid.
And with insurance, it really does. If they lose their Medicaid, they go, from paying a couple of $75 to $1,600. So it's a big awakening when you get that bill, or, because a lot of them don't realize it until after the fact.
Hey, if you're listening in, hit like the love or the laugh or the oh my God button, so that way we know you're here, so that way we can give you a shout out. We love when we get you guys coming in and joining with us. We plan on coming back. I know it's been a little bit, and we've been getting a lot of people like, are y'all gonna do the show? Are y'all gonna do the show? And we're like, yes. It's just, it's at the end of the day, this is kind of it is a part of our business, but the day-to-day kind of gets to us, right? And we're coordinating, but we're going to make it a point to be back and be here every Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So we're going to be here for any questions that do you guys have any questions? Put them in the comment about insurance, Medicare, whatever you guys have. Life, it doesn't matter. I'm not a life guru, but I have pretty good advice over the years. I have learned.
We've learned, yes. We'll just repeat what someone else has told us.
yes, or learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
Right? So we thank you so much for joining us. We can end a little early if you want. Any last minute? Oh, look, your daughter's here. Hey, Melissa, your daughter's here.
I'll see her on Medicare Con next month.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You guys are going, right?
Yeah.
To Medicare Con. I'm pretty sure you said you were going, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll see you guys there. That's going to be really, really fun. That's the thing when you go to these events. Don't just go and then go back to your room. Like, try to go. Believe it or not, guys, I'm an introvert. I'm not like, I don't like to go, but like, hi, my name's Victoria.
I'm the same way. It's been really hard.
It's just, we just hover around, just be kind of a little just hover around and you'll meet people, and then, make friends. And then one friend will lead to another, and another friend will lead to another. And sooner or later you have all these friends and in the industry that you can shoot ideas with and stuff like that. So same thing if you're local, go get involved with a group that you like, a running group, a chess group, a Pokemon group. I don't know what you like. Go join a group and you'll meet people that like the same things. And sometimes it's also cool to meet people that don't like the same things as you.
Yes.
Makes it a little interesting.
Sit somewhere else. We used to do that at church when we used to have dinners. I always used to do these big dinners for church, and people would sit at the same table all the time. And then we got to the point where it's like, no more.
Yeah.
3 people from this table are going to move over here, because people just have a tendency to go at the same, you've already met them, things about them, but meet somebody else. Stop sitting with the same people that you already know.
Yep. Good advice.
Meet somebody else.
See, life advice. This is good advice. Sylvia is pretty sociable, right?
Yes.
You like to, I like to be in social environments. I'm just not good with the initial
introduction.
Like, hey, how are you?
Yes.
Don't be weird about it, either. But just don't be it's better to be weird about it than not to do it. Let's just say that.
I'm stalking people and I really want to go say hello to them. It is. It's hard to get up. You know, you see a speaker up there, and then to go up there and say hello, and it's like your voice is cracking. It cracks all the time anyway.
You guys want a life, not a life hack, but you guys want a little nugget here, not a nugget, but I guess it's just something that you can do if you don't know. Try complimenting somebody.
Yep.
And don't just compliment to be complimenting over nothing. Compliment if you really feel that you like, when I really like something, like a piece of clothing you're wearing, or you said something that really resonated with me, or I just like the way you smile, I'm going to tell you like, hey, I really love those shoes. I really love those shoes. And then it just sparks up the conversation, but don't do it to everybody that you're like, hey, I like that shirt. Oh yeah. What do you like about the shirt? Victoria told me to tell people that, give them compliments. Like, don't be weird about it, but really, you know what? If you really, if you're thinking in your head, like, oh, I like that girl's jacket, why not tell that person? Because you just never know how that's going to change their day.
Exactly.
Or man, I really like your smile. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that. I'm sure you get it a lot, but I really like your smile. You have a very beautiful smile. Just keep smiling. And then you don't have to stay there and wait for a little response. Just walk away. You know, that's a good, just compliment. Hey, you saw somebody on speaking on stage or something. Hey, I really enjoyed the content you put out, and that really is going to help my business. Like, people need to know that they're, that a compliment goes a long way.
Yeah.
So try that.
Also, if you see somebody over there in the corner by themselves or shy, go up to them and talk to them, say hello, introduce yourselves, because they're probably feeling just as intimidated, if not so more than you. And so I try to do that when I see somebody alone, or just kind of by themselves. They're afraid to go talk. I try to go talk to them and make them, put them at ease, and then next thing you know, they're over there talking to everybody else, because sometimes people just need a little nudge.
Yeah, they just need that little pick me up. And unfortunately, we are it's human nature. We just love to be acknowledged.
Yeah,
the acknowledgement, and that's a big thing. So just anyway, that's long story short. We appreciate you guys for coming joining us. We'll see you next Friday. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Be good. We'll see you at the coming up events if you're in insurance. And go give a compliment to somebody today. How about that? That'll be the end of this show. But all right, guys, we'll see you next Friday, and have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend, San Antonio.
Bye-bye.